Retiring in the San Miguels, Episode 4, The Co-Living Explosion No One Has Heard of. I came across the term co-living when I was doing research on the Azores. Co-living is defined as a modern form of communal living in which residents get a private bedroom in a furnished home with shared common areas. It's like co-housing except for apartments. Co-living is not about shared ownership like co-housing or intentional communities, so its development is much faster and simpler. So the benefits of co-living is you build a community of friends when moving into a new place, as opposed to starting, with no one. Saving through shared costs of common spaces, food, utility, and maintenance. Furniture, linens, household supplies are all furnished. There's a flexibility of short, medium, and long-term leases. And it's a more sustainable way of living because you're sharing resources and gardens. You have better amenities like gyms, work places, and entertainment rooms than you would, if you were just trying to rent a house or apartment all by yourself. You get a collaborative network of a wide range of diverse people. The growth of the industry is due to the unaffordability of high rents. Co-living makes it affordable while adding community to the formula. Housing is treated more like a service. Large families are no longer the norm, while single living is. It started in about 2015 as the Commons out of New York, which now has 25 properties in 6 cities. Co-living brands in 2016 was 120, and now in 2023 there are 1,700 co-living brands. Here's a chart from the 2020s where in Europe is taking off with 83,000 beds in the pipeline. In this next chart, we see there are major investments in the co-living space. In these 8 companies, there's a total of $500 million invested. Co-living is now the hot new emerging niche asset class in the real estate investment world. India is a superstar in co-living, with these 4 companies providing 110,000 beds with an investment of $133 million. Even in my hometown of Tampa, they are currently working on a project called X, which is a 29-story high-rise complex in downtown Tampa Bay. Originally, co-housing started as a place for people who just got out of school, the 20s to 30-year-olds. And now that it's matured a little bit, it's moved on to focus on digital nomads, 30 to 40 age group that has a good job, that travels around. But I think the future is in niches such as young seniors, 55 to 75. But it's going to even move into more extreme focus niches like housing for just all musicians, or women only, or foodies, or yoga people, artists, gardeners, athletes, entrepreneurs, actors, so that all the people you're living with are into this one thing that you can network and work off of each other. And there are other niches that can change based on where you are in your stage of life. Like there, you might have a small space for the student, and then in a different place in the complex where they have larger rooms, that when you are a couple, you might move to there. And then when you get kids, you move to another place that in the complex that has bigger spaces. And then when you're shrinking and becoming an empty nester, going into a smaller but nicer and more expensive place. That is one of the future niches. And there's the niche of international membership model, where you might have one company own a whole bunch of different co-living spaces in different communities around the world, and you just hop from one to another, as you feel like. That's a pretty cool idea. So I've decided to create a co-living community for single young senior expats in the Azore Islands. If this idea looks attractive to you, then let me know.